So, the Renters' Rights Bill, it's been in for a week, and I just want to speak about what my thoughts are on the Renters' Rights Bill, what people should be thinking about, what people should be doing, and what it means for us going forward as well. So let's get into it. So the Renters' Rights Bill has come in just under a week ago, and essentially it's new legislation that is there to make things fairer for tenants and actually landlords as well. So a lot of things have changed. So the no fault eviction, which is one of the main ones. So section 21, you can't just evict a tenant for no reason. You need grounds to evict them. Other things as well, so you can't discriminate against tenants that want pets in the property. You can't discriminate against tenants that are on benefits. You have to ensure that you're completely compliant. And if you don't uphold the rules that are in place, then this could mean huge fines. So this could mean fines up to £7,000. And if it's continuous and there's major breaches, then actually some of the fines can go up to £40,000. So what you're going to be seeing on YouTube and across the news is fear mongering, the fact that there's a lot of landlords selling up, rentals are going off the market. And although this is the case, I think a lot of people are missing the bigger picture. You have to think about the fact that legislations always come and go and change as well. So although there's a lot of new legislations coming in, it doesn't mean that these rules are going to be set in stone for decades and decades to come. It's for a moment. And it's about adjusting in real time now. So yes, of course, make sure that your properties are in good order. Make sure that you're compliant. However, I don't think now, just because legislations are in, property isn't a good investment anymore. I think people are always going to need a home to live in. And ultimately, the fact that people are selling just means that demand is now going to exceed supply. So for those landlords that stay in the game, it ultimately means that actually they're going to be able to charge higher rents as well. So we've seen this across other countries where they brought in rent controls and legislations like Scotland, and this actually led to vast increases in rent. So usually the laws that are there to protect tenants are actually the ones that harm them. So I definitely think that if you are a landlord, an investor, and you invest in the right areas, you ensure that you're compliant, then I don't actually think there's major headaches for you. I think that actually the Renters' Rights Act is going to push out amateur landlords that may just have one or two properties and maybe it's in their own name, so it's not really that profitable. And ultimately, those landlords that actually have things in order, have their documents in order, I think that actually over the next few years, it's actually going to be a really good time to be an investor because you're going to be able to charge market rent, which is likely going to be higher than what it is now. And actually, you're going to have less competition as well in terms of supply. So I think that actually the Renters' Rights Act is in the long run going to benefit landlords. And I think actually it's going to strip out a lot of bad landlords and it's actually going to make it hard for bad tenants as well. And the reason why is because previously people used to be evicted under Section 21, even when they weren't paying rent. Now, you have to think, every eviction going forward now, you actually need a legitimate reason to evict a tenant. If a tenant is in arrears, then no likelihood they're going to get a CCJ on their account when they're evicted. That's going to make it very hard for them to actually rent another property again. So yes, there's going to be potential short-term pain now. However, long-term, it actually, I think, benefits good tenants and good landlords as well. So those are just my initial thoughts when it comes to the Renters' Rights Act. It's now been in place for just under a week. And if you are someone that's looking to invest, then definitely think about actually what this means long-term and not just the short-term, because I definitely think that there are still opportunities here. I think that ultimately we live in a country where the land is limited and supply is limited as well. And they're not building homes at the rate that they said that they would. And due to that, if demand far exceeds supply, I think that actually property investment in the long run is going to be good. I think it's going to continue to be good. And we're going to continue to see capital growth, especially now in the north of England, where some areas are seeing 5% capital growth year on year. So I think if you've got a solid strategy, you're going to be compliant and you understand your numbers, I think now is actually a good time to invest. So if you enjoyed this video, do give it a like, and if you have value from this video or any other video on this channel, then do subscribe as well. And until next time, happy investing.